So today is my birthday, and so I've decided to create this amazing dashboard template to give to you as my birthday gift. All right, so I developed this ESG Performance Monitoring Tool, which I'm going to be dashing to you without any string attached from the bottom of my heart. So whenever we talk about ESG, we're talking about environmental, social, and governance. So this is actually a global standard, a framework for evaluating the long-term sustainability of a business. Now, sustainability is such a big sensation in today's business landscape where every investor, every employee, every customer, every business partner is trying to evaluate how sustainable is your business. All right, so sustainability is all about your compliance with ESG standards, all right, to demonstrate that your business is environmentally responsible, socially responsible, and has good governance structure to be able to assure and give confidence to investors that your business is indeed sustainable. So ESG actually highlights some key performance indicators which we use to evaluate performance or in terms of the sustainability of a business. So based on the three main pillars, right, for environment, social, and governance, you're looking at the environment KPIs or environmental KPIs. And the KPIs that we can talk about are carbon emissions, energy consumption and efficiency, waste generation and recycling, water usage, pollution control, sustainable use of natural resources, and biodiversity. All right. Now, the goal is to actually see if your organization minimizes its environmental aspects and also makes sustainable choices that protect the environment. Now, the second is social, right? Social, we're looking at how the business treats people. So in terms of treating people, you're looking at your employees, your customers, your suppliers, and even community members. How do you treat them? So the key performance indicators you can talk about are health and safety KPIs, labor practices, diversity and inclusion, training and development, human rights compliance, customer satisfaction and product responsibility, community engagement, and supply chain practices. Now, the purpose is to determine if the company values people and values social impact. All right. And then last but not the least is governance. So under governance, you're looking at the quality of the leadership, the ethics and compliance within the business. All right. So the key performance indicators, you can talk about the board structure and diversity, anti-corruption and ethic policies, risk management, data privacy and security, executive compensation that is linked to ESG, transparency and reporting, and compliance with legal requirements. So all of these KPIs, once you're able to prove that you are reporting or you're tracking them and you're reporting them, and you're showing how you actually comply with all of these, then you can give confidence to investors that your business is indeed sustainable. So that is what we've been putting together in this template. So without wasting time, let's head over to this dashboard right here, which I did mention I'm going to give to you absolutely for free with no string attached, right? So basically, we are looking at a number of key performance indicators. As you can see over here, we're looking at the percentage renewable energy used, the percentage water efficiency, the percentage waste recycled, the percentage staff turnover, the injury rate per 200,000 man hours, the percentage board diversity, and the percentage worker diversity. And then we look at the various focus areas as far as the KPIs are concerned. So we are looking at energy, the various types of energy, emissions, the various types of emission, the water, the various parameters, water consumption, water recycled and reused, and quantity of water that have been wasted. The waste part, we're looking at the hazardous, non-hazardous, waste that have been sent to landfill, waste that have been incinerated, and waste that have been recycled, right? We're looking at biodiversity. You're looking at safety leading indicators, safety lagging indicators, gender diversity, labor right, commitment to the community. And then over here is age distribution, board diversity, corporate ethics, ESG, performance, or leadership and review. I think I need to change that, and workers, right? So that is pretty much what it is with this dashboard. And this dashboard is very, very responsive. As you can see, once you click on this slicer, everything sort of filters, right? And then we also have this one over here, which you can actually filter by whichever time frame. And then we have this button right here that you can actually use to look at the various trends for, all the parameters. So ESG compliance incident trend, whistleblower report trend, we can come all the way down to biodiversity initiatives and all of this good stuff. So this is basically what the dashboard is all about. And then let's have a look at, the source data. So the source data, we're covering entire scope of ESG, right? Focus on the environment. And with the environment, we have all the energy consumptions, right? The diesel, the gasoline, the electricity consumption, the gas consumption, and what quantity is renewable energy. And this is used to estimate the percentage of renewable energy used, right? And then we move on to the water. So the water, we're looking at water consumption, water that have been recycled, water that have been wasted. And then we are looking at the KPI, percentage water efficiency. So based on the wastage, we are using it to compare against the total of water consumed and water that have been recycled to give a score, right? Then we look at the emission. So CO2 emission, nitrogen oxide emission, sulfur oxide emission, particulate matter. So this is something that you would basically be counting from your air quality monitoring, right? And we move on to the hazardous waste. So non-hazardous waste, hazardous waste, waste that have been sent to landfill, waste that have been incinerated, and waste that have been recycled. Okay, so we use that to estimate the percentage of waste recycled. Okay, and then we have the biodiversity, all the initiatives that we take to protect biodiversity and environmental conservation. And we look at the workforce metrics or HR metrics. So looking at how many males, how many females, what's the total workers that you have, how many have resigned. So we use that to estimate the percentage staff turnover. And then we have the locals, how many of the locals have been employed within your community. That is to show your commitment to community development, right? We're looking at the age distribution. So this is helping us to know the diversity of workers by age, right? And then we have the health and safety KPI. So we have the lagging indicators and then the leading indicators, the hazard identification, risk assessment, safety audit, safety inspection, all of that. And we come to community and social impact. So sustainability awareness, employee satisfaction survey, customer satisfaction survey, corporate social initiatives, and ESG supplier audits. And then we look at the labor rights, fair wage and pay equity audit, employee diversity and inclusion survey, labor rights abuse and violation survey. So these are some of the surveys that you can take to ascertain how you are impacting on labor rights, whether there are some labor rights violations or whatever, which employees would have to complain about. So you do a survey, you're counting all of them as one activity, which you're going to log into this template. We are looking at the board structure. So the male board member, the female board members, the number, and we're looking at the total board members. Looking at other important high-level ESG, parameters like ESG policy review. So you must have an ESG policy, you must review it regularly, you must publish your ESG reports on your website so that all your stakeholders know your commitment to ESG. And then ESG review meetings. And then we can talk about ESG compliance audits, ESG compliance incidents. We come to the last, which is the ethics and compliance, which is data privacy and cybersecurity incident, whistleblower reports, anti-corruption and ethics training, and executive compensation that's linked to ESG. So that is basically what these KPIs are all about. The focus on the high level pillars: environmental, social, and governance. All right, with this amazing dashboard. And this is the report. As you can see, this report, we are doing ESG and social governance report, focusing on the environment, looking at the various subsections: energy, emission, water, waste, and biodiversity. We're talking about social, right? And the social, we have safety, community, and social impact, worker diversity and inclusion, employee turnover, employee age groups, labor rights. And then under governance, you're talking about the board structure and diversity, ESG compliance and reporting, and ethics and compliance. So that's pretty much what it is. And we have all of these reports that you can actually use for your ESG report. So you can put together a very nice ESG report that shows everything that you are doing. You have all of these visuals that you can use. Okay, so this is how exciting this is. And as I've mentioned to you, I'm giving this absolutely for free. All you need to just wish me a happy birthday. But then how are you going to download this? You're going to download it from our community. So just join the community. I'm going to put this in the download section because there's a download section in our Telegram group. So if you're watching us on TikTok, just click in the link in my bio. If you're watching us on LinkedIn, just click on the link in this post. I'm going to see you guys in another video. Bye for now. Cheers.